Well, what a place to be. Welcome to Narrated Spaces. We're here today at Ocean View, which is about 15 minutes just up above Debra, which in turn is about 40 minutes from the north side of Brisbane. This is an incredible property. The owner of the property, Dean, has been here for about 15 years now, and the amount of work that he's done in that time to bring a property which he fell in love with to share with the rest of the world. He has 2 cabins, he has 3 campsites. He's able to cater for families, he's able to cater for entire groups. If you want to, you can book the entire property out. It is steep, folks, and the view is extraordinary. You're just going to love this episode today. Come on a tour with us, and we are so looking forward to showing this to you. Welcome to the Worldsaway campsites. Each one of these campsites has got a fantastic flat pad, plenty of room for a camper trailer. You've got your fire pit, obviously overlooking the view, and you've also got a water supply here, and there's an electricity supply as well. So they're all fully powered. You can rest easy with your conscience. They're all powered by the sun. We're totally off grid here where it counts. And one of the really wonderful key features about Worldsaway is that wherever you go, the drinking water provided is all, number one, it's rainwater, but number two, it's all been filtered through 20 microns of filtration. So it's about as pure as it can get. So what does that mean to you? It's simple. It means you can leave your water bottles at home. Bring your refillable one for sure. Bring the stainless steel one or whatever it might be, because you'll need that for the hiking trails. But everywhere you go here, you can fill up with the purest water. It's fantastic. This is here primarily for the use of the people who are using the campsites. So you don't necessarily have to bring your own shower or toilet with you. You've got it laid on down here, and each one of the campsites has its own individual room, which is clearly marked on the door, so you've got privacy from other campers as well. Let's go and have a look. Folks, this is a really great facility. As you come into this room, you'll find you have a massive refrigerator here, and we have a water dispensing facility here. You can get ice, chilled water out of there, room temperature, fantastic. Nice big size fridge, and obviously drawer freezers below. Home away from home. I mentioned before that each one of the campsites has its own private shower facility. So this is stars, clouds, and over here is heaven. Better make sure. Nice shower, toilet, wash basin. Home away from home. Obviously, being such a pristine environment and such a beautiful property, we want to make sure that it stays that way. So here is the rubbish facilities. We've got recycling and general rubbish here. At the back of the retreat cabin, you'll find a very steep slope that heads down to a sign, which is the start of a walking trail. These signs are really put here to just give you a reminder of a number of things. One, it's really steep. You need to be physically fit to do these trails. Number two, take your phone with you. Just in case something happens, there is mobile phone reception right across the property if you're with Telstra. Also, make sure that you take some water and a hat with you. So the trail that we're on now takes us to an incredibly special place. This is just going to knock your socks off. You're going to love this. This is the cave. I should mention too, as we head down this trail, that this whole area was, long before white man came along, this was inhabited by obviously local indigenous tribes And the main one of those tribes was called the Jinnaburra people. In fact, there's actually a road up here at Ocean View named after the Jinnaburra clan. One thing that Dean and Mel, the caretaker at the moment, stress to us too, is that they really want people to stick to the trails. So when you come on these walking trails, please don't go wandering off into the bush. You know, as I mentioned before, Dean's put a lot of time and effort in. He planted over 8,000 trees here. So it's a really good idea, just for your own safety, but also for the safety of the natural environment. Stick to the trails. Now, as you come around this bend, look to your right and I ask you, how special is this? I'm standing here and I'm hearing the sounds of the waterfall down below. There is so much power in this place. You just feel so much a tiny part of it, but an integral part. Just sitting here at this perfectly framed window onto the Glasshouse Mountains. A couple of things you need to consider. I've mentioned several times now, you really need to be fit to do these trails. You need to also understand there are no safety barriers here, right? This is something Dean wants to share with people, but you must be incredibly careful here and you must be really responsible for your own actions here. There is not a rail here, so don't go sitting on the edge of the thing, don't go putting yourself into danger. The same thing applies when you're using the campsites or using the cabins. If you've got a fire going, please be aware that you are part now of the Australian bush. If you're not familiar with the Australian bush, it's pretty flammable. It doesn't take much for a spark to get going somewhere. So please make sure that if you light a fire, it stays in the fire pits that are provided. Don't go putting it somewhere else. We really don't need to be putting all of this and the people who live here in jeopardy. But just enjoy it. Wow, folks, we've just pulled up at the cabin, Inspiration of Understanding. And when you get inside, you'll understand why. So here's your car park. We have a disabled access ramp, and that's important because inside here is a disabled toilet. We have over here the access to the retreat deck, which we'll get to shortly. So come on inside the cabin and I'll show you around. What an incredible entranceway. It's just stunning, isn't it? Glasshouse Mountains, Caloundra over there, Caboolture through here, Bribie Island, Moreton Island to the south there, and Pumice-Stone Passage right through. Just glorious. Little breakfast bar. Don't worry about the kids because it's fully balustrated, so everything's really safe here. So we have two sections to this cabin. We have the accommodation side with the beds, and we have the living area. Let me show you the accommodation first. So folks, in the accommodation section here, we've got actually 4 beds, and you can configure this any way you like. They're single beds, but when you push them together, obviously you create a queen size. So for example, at the moment, this is set up as, let's say, a parent's room. We've got a queen size bed here with the 2 pushed together. And as we come through to the other room, we pass through the first bathroom, shower, toilet, nice little wash basin here, everything you could need. Come into the second bedroom. At this stage, the 2 beds are pushed apart, but as you can see by the headboard here, if we push them together, you get another queen size bed. It's got its own access out onto the deck. This is the living area. So we have a beautiful kitchenette here. We've got a gas stove, you've got a refrigerator, you've got the water. I'm going to get to the water shortly because there's something special about the water in this place. Nice little breakfast bar here. We've got a lounge area with that gorgeous, picturesque panoramic view there. Just stunning. And if you follow me through here, if you've got family members who are disabled or in a wheelchair, this is fully wheelchair accessible. Everything is made for safety, convenience, and comfort. It's just ideal. Folks, as part of the Worldsaway experience, one of the things you'll find is really special here, believe it or not, is the water. You would never think something as simple as water could make such a difference. I'll give an example of what I mean. Don't worry about bringing your own drinking water with you. All of the water collected here is obviously rainwater, but it's filtered for each cabin and each campsite through a 20 micron system, which gets rid of any bugs there. And I'll tell you what, now I've got a bit of a croaky throat, as you can probably hear. But that really hits the spot. In the accommodation sections, you also have aircon units for both sections, or you can leave that off and just open the louver windows and let those beautiful southeast breezes come through. Folks, in the car park of Inspiration of Understanding, you'll notice that over to the left side here we have a sign which reads Retreat Deck. Let's go and have a look at that. At night time, folks, all of these bollards light up, so there is a fair bit of light coming through here. It's wheelchair accessible if you're really, really adventurous. You really want to push that thing hard, bit rocky. So where we're heading to at the moment is, it's sort of like a common area for the entire property, but it's got some really neat features in it. So folks, this being a common area, it's really open to campers and users of the cabins alike. In this space, you will find you have a small kitchenette over here with some of that really good running water I was talking about before. We also have a barbecue as well, sort of a Weber style barbie. We have a projector, and in this cupboard here, you will find DVDs and also yoga mats. Why do we need a yoga mat? Well, look, Worldsaway is really fortunate that they have a number of service providers who are geared around, let's call it a holistic type medicine. So we have, for example, a yoga instructor who's available by prior arrangement. Contact the site manager regarding that one, but all the facilities that you would ever need for that are all in this space here. And of course, that extraordinary view and the bird song. It's just beautiful. So folks, here we are at the lower cabin. This one, appropriately enough, is called Lovers and Dreamers. This cabin is also designed to sleep 6 people. So once again, it has that same configuration where you've got 4 single beds, which can be pushed together to make 2 queen size beds. Any configuration you like, and in the main living area there, you've got a sofa bed as well, and that sleeps another 2 people. Come and have a look. Folks, having 2 cabins on the property, one of them is wheelchair accessible. When you stand here and look at this incredible vista, you've got the Glasshouse Mountains directly in front of you here, an ancient part of Australia. You've got a very, very thin slither of water between the mainland and the horizon there. You'll see it on a map. That's called Pumicestone Passage, and the bit of land just on the other side of that thin slither of water is Bribie Island. As you head down the south, you will find you have the start of the top of Moreton Island, or Minjerribah as it's called. We also have Caboolture directly in front of us, which is quite spectacular at night, and of course we have Moreton Bay, which is the gateway, the water gateway to the entire Brisbane region and the Brisbane River. It's just beautiful. This is the sofa bed that I mentioned before, so it's a really, really comfy couch with that gorgeous panoramic view there, but it also folds out into a queen size bed, so you can sleep another 2 people there. We have our kitchen area, nice little workbench here, breakfast bar. We've got all of your cleaning facilities under the sink. You'll find your cooking facilities, Don't worry about bringing your cutlery and your cooking utensils. Everything's included. There's a great size fridge, microwave oven. You've got a gas cooker over here, and as you open up, you'll find all of your tea and coffee facilities through here as well. Crockery and glassware underneath the bench. So as you sit in here with this very comfy lounge, put any thought of television and phones right out of your mind. This is paradise on earth, and you really just don't need it. Here is your nature TV. There it is. Just beautiful. As you pull into the car park at Lovers and Dreamers Cabin, you will see a small sign here which says Nature Deck. This is really special. Come and have a look at this one. Be careful coming down this slope. It's a little bit rocky underfoot. One of the real attractions of Worldsaway is its wildlife. And right around us, Mark and I can hear bird song all the time. So you've got lorikeets, parrots, cockatoos, the odd crow, magpies, the whole lot. It's a nature lover's paradise. Over the time that Dean's been here at Worldsaway, he's planted over 8,000 native trees. It's quite an achievement, and he's done most of it on his own too, in 15 years. I love the fact that one person has had the foresight not just to put all of these trails through and provide accommodation and share this property with the rest of the world, but to put lovely, special little places like this, where people can just come, sit, have a wine, have a coffee, or just listen to nature. And I tell you what, when the camera gets over here, you'll see the best looking lazy Susan I think I've ever seen. You often hear people talk about the 5-star hotel, the 6-star hotel, and then you hear the people who love nature and they'll talk about the 5 million star hotel. Everywhere you go at Worldsaway, you will find somewhere to sit and stop and pause and just be part of the environment. This is no exception. Imagine having a group of friends, nice campfire at night, that 5 million star vista that we talked about, and being able to just get away from everything that ever troubled you. Welcome to Narrated Spaces. If you have an Airbnb, a retreat, a hotel, anything that you would like to see promoted, then Narrated Spaces can help you to do that. We produce a professionally edited 20-minute plus video which highlights that entire property, yourself included if you'd like to. Get in touch with us on the socials below. We are passionate about property, about standout spaces. Welcome to Narrated Spaces. Kinda tired trying at the same shit.